games could evolve in ways that surprise us all. Here are 10 bold predictions about their future. Number 1. Full immersion virtual reality. Full immersion virtual reality represents the ultimate evolution of gaming immersion, where players don't just observe virtual worlds, they fully inhabit them through direct neural interfaces. These systems will bypass traditional sensory organs, creating artificial sensations that are indistinguishable from reality. Players will feel the weight of virtual objects, experience the texture of surfaces, taste virtual foods, and smell the environment around them, all while their physical bodies remain safely at rest. The technology will revolutionize game design by eliminating the abstraction of controllers and screens. Combat games will require actual physical skills as players feel the impact of every action. Role-playing games will become transformative experiences where players genuinely inhabit their characters, experiencing their emotions and physical sensations. Social interactions in virtual worlds will feel completely natural, with subtle facial expressions and body language conveyed perfectly between players. Safety systems will be paramount, with sophisticated safeguards preventing physical and psychological harm. Neural interfaces will monitor players' stress levels and emotional states, automatically adjusting game intensity or initiating emergency disconnections if needed. Time dilation features might allow players to experience days of gameplay in just hours of real time, though strict limits will prevent prolonged dissociation from reality. The implications extend far beyond gaming, offering new possibilities for training, therapy, and social connection. Players could practice dangerous skills safely, work through phobias in controlled environments, or spend time with distant loved ones in shared virtual spaces that feel completely real. This technology will blur the line between virtual and physical experiences, fundamentally changing how we think about entertainment and human interaction. Number 2. Human-level AI characters. AI characters in future games will possess intelligence and emotional depth equivalent to humans, fundamentally changing how we experience interactive entertainment. These characters will form genuine relationships with players, complete with complex emotional responses, personal growth, and the ability to remember and learn from every interaction. They'll engage in natural conversations about any topic, displaying wit, humor, and emotional intelligence that matches human capabilities, while maintaining their own unique personalities and perspectives. Unlike traditional non-playable characters, these AI characters will make autonomous decisions based on their own goals, values, and experiences. They'll navigate moral dilemmas with human-like complexity, sometimes making choices that surprise or even challenge players. Their responses won't be limited to pre-programmed options, but will emerge naturally from their understanding of the situation and their developed personality traits. They'll form opinions about players' actions, and may even disagree with or criticize player choices when it aligns with their beliefs. Games will become more like social simulations, where players interact with beings who have their own agency and emotional lives. AI characters will form relationships with each other, independently of player intervention, creating dynamic social networks that evolve organically. They'll experience personal growth, develop new interests, and change their viewpoints based on their experiences, making each interaction feel unique and meaningful. The technology will enable new genres of games focused entirely on social interaction and relationship building. Players might become mentors, friends, or rivals to AI characters who grow and change alongside them. These relationships will carry emotional weight because the AI characters will display genuine attachment, disappointment, or joy in response to player actions, creating experiences that blur the line between game and reality. Number 3. AI-generated infinite worlds. In the near future, video games will harness super-intelligent AI to create boundless universes that evolve and expand in real time. Unlike traditional procedural generation, these AI systems will craft intricate storylines, complex character relationships, and meaningful quests that adapt dynamically to each player's choices and playing style. Every mountain, cave, city, and wilderness area will be uniquely generated, complete with its own history, ecology, and interconnected systems. These AI engines will understand narrative structure, character development, and emotional impact at a deep level, creating stories that rival those written by human authors. As players explore, the AI will weave their actions into larger narratives, generating consequences that ripple through the game world in realistic and unpredictable ways. Each player's experience will be truly unique, with personalized storylines that respond to their interests and play patterns. The game worlds will continue evolving even when players are offline, with AI managing complex simulations of economies, politics, and social dynamics. Players might return to find cities that have grown, civilizations that have fallen, or new conflicts that have emerged organically from the simulation. The AI will also learn from player interactions, continuously improving its ability to create engaging content and meaningful challenges. This technology will revolutionize game development, shifting focus from pre-written content to sophisticated AI systems that can generate unlimited high-quality experiences. Games will become living, breathing worlds that exist independently of player interaction, offering truly infinite replay value and eliminating the traditional boundaries between scripted and emergent gameplay. Number 4. Ultra photorealism. Gaming will achieve a level of visual fidelity that makes virtual worlds completely indistinguishable from reality. Advanced ray tracing technology combined with quantum computing will simulate every photon of light, creating perfect reflections, shadows, and atmospheric effects that mirror the physical world. Characters' skin will show subtle imperfections, pores, and realistic subsurface scattering, while their eyes will reflect light with absolute physical accuracy, including the complex interplay of iris patterns and corneal reflections. Environmental details will reach microscopic levels of accuracy, with individual blades of grass casting realistic shadows and responding to wind patterns. Materials like metal, wood, and fabric will display physically accurate wear patterns and weathering effects, while water will exhibit perfect fluid dynamics, from the smallest droplets to vast oceans. Weather systems will create stunning visual effects, with volumetric clouds that form and dissipate realistically, and rain that interacts naturally with every surface it touches. The advancement in processing power will allow these ultra-realistic visuals to be rendered in real time, with no compromise in performance or interactivity. Every destructible object will fragment realistically, with materials breaking along natural stress points and displaying accurate internal structures. Dynamic lighting will achieve perfect global illumination, with light bouncing naturally through scenes and creating subtle color bleeding effects that mirror reality. This level of photorealism will revolutionize game genres like horror and simulation, where the line between virtual and real becomes meaninglessly thin. Historical recreations will achieve unprecedented accuracy, allowing players to experience past eras with complete visual authenticity. The technology will also transform educational games, enabling students to explore perfectly rendered molecular structures or astronomical phenomena in real time. Number 5. Telepathic gaming. Telepathic gaming will transform the video game landscape by allowing players to control games directly with their thoughts, creating an unprecedented level of immediacy and connection. Advanced neural interfaces will interpret players' mental commands with perfect accuracy, enabling them to execute complex actions in games simply by thinking them. This technology will eliminate the learning curve of traditional control schemes, allowing anyone to master game mechanics intuitively. The most revolutionary aspect will be multiplayer experiences, where players can form direct mental links with teammates. In cooperative games, players will coordinate strategies and share information telepathically, leading to new genres of games designed around synchronized mental actions. Competitive games will evolve to test not just strategic thinking, but also the speed and clarity of mental commands, creating entirely new forms of esports where mental agility is the key to victory. These systems will also enable new forms of emotional gameplay, where players' mental states directly influence the game world. Horror games will adapt to players' fear levels, adventure games will respond to players' curiosity, and narrative games will shape their stories based on players' emotional reactions. Games will become deeply personal experiences that respond to and evolve with players' thoughts and feelings. Privacy concerns will be addressed through sophisticated filtering systems that allow players to control exactly what mental information they share. Players will be able to limit connections to specific game commands while keeping their private thoughts secure. The technology will also include safety features to prevent mental fatigue and protect players from potentially harmful psychological effects, ensuring that telepathic gaming remains both safe and enjoyable. Number 6. Neural recording live streams. Neural recording live streams will revolutionize the way we experience gaming content by creating an unprecedented, intimate connection between streamers and their audience. Through advanced neural interface technology, viewers won't just watch their favorite content creators play games, they'll experience a direct feed of their emotional and physiological responses. When a streamer encounters a terrifying monster in a horror game, viewers will feel their heart rate spike and experience that same surge of fear. During triumphant moments, audiences will share in the genuine rush of dopamine and excitement. This technology will transform competitive gaming broadcasts into intensely immersive experiences. Viewers will feel the mounting pressure as pro players enter crucial moments, experience their laser-sharp focus during complex strategies, and share in the adrenaline rush of clutch plays. This sensory sharing will give audiences a deeper appreciation for the mental demands of high-level gaming, while making esports spectatorship more engaging than ever before. Every tournament will become a shared emotional journey between players and fans. The impact on content creation will be profound, as streamers must learn to manage not just their outward performance, but their internal emotional state as well. Some may cultivate specific emotional experiences as their trademark, becoming known for their intense focus, their calm under pressure, or their euphoric reactions to success. New forms of content will emerge, with some creators specializing in providing specific emotional experiences or states of consciousness to their viewers. However, this technology also raises questions about authenticity and performance. Viewers may become unable to distinguish between genuine emotional reactions and manufactured ones, while content creators might feel pressured to maintain artificial emotional states for entertainment value. Number 7. Ultimate desire fulfillment. The future of gaming will transcend traditional entertainment by offering unprecedented fulfillment of human desires and aspirations. Advanced neural interfaces combined with sophisticated AI will create experiences that tap directly into each player's deepest wants, dreams, and fantasies, adapting in real time to provide deeply personalized satisfaction. These games will understand players at a psychological level, crafting narratives and challenges that align perfectly with their individual emotional needs and personal growth goals. Players will experience complete wish fulfillment in ways that feel authentic and earned. Want to be a celebrated hero? The game will create a journey that makes your rise to fame feel genuine, with AI-driven characters who remember your actions and react with convincing emotion to your achievements. Desire romance? The game will craft potential partners who evolve alongside you, developing deep, meaningful relationships that reflect your personal values and emotional needs. These experiences will go beyond simple wish fulfillment to create genuine feelings of accomplishment and connection. The technology will also address deeper psychological needs. Players struggling with confidence will find themselves in subtly crafted scenarios that build self-esteem through genuine achievement. Those seeking purpose will discover meaningful quests that align with their personal values and life goals. The games will even help players process real-life challenges by creating parallel scenarios where they can safely explore different approaches and outcomes. However, this level of desire fulfillment raises important questions about human psychology and development. Will perfectly tailored experiences make reality feel hollow in comparison? Could these games become too effective at meeting our emotional needs, leading to addiction or social withdrawal? The technology will need to balance satisfaction with personal growth, ensuring that virtual fulfillment enhances rather than replaces real-life experiences and relationships. Number 8. Ultra-realistic physics and biology. Ultra-realistic physics and biology engines will create gaming worlds that mirror the complexity of real life with unprecedented accuracy. Every physical interaction, from the shattering of glass to the flow of water, will follow exact scientific principles. When players interact with the environment, they'll witness true-to-life responses. Trees will splinter based on their wood grain, metals will deform under pressure, and liquids will move with precise fluid dynamics. This attention to detail will make every action feel consequential and authentic. The inclusion of advanced biological systems will add another layer of realism to gaming environments. Plants will grow according to actual biological principles, responding to sunlight, water, and soil conditions. Ecosystems will function as intricate webs, where changes to one species affect the entire biological chain. Wounds and injuries in games will reflect real anatomical systems, requiring players to understand basic medicine and biology for survival scenarios. Even the spread of diseases, or the healing of injuries, will follow legitimate biological processes. This fusion of physics and biology will create emerging gameplay possibilities that mirror real-world problem-solving. Players might need to understand plant biology to cultivate resources in survival games, or grasp wound ballistics for tactical combat scenarios. Construction games will require knowledge of both structural physics and material science, as building materials weather and degrade realistically over time. Weather systems will affect both the physical world and biological elements, creating complex interactions between rain, temperature, and living systems. The combination will be particularly impactful in simulation games, where players can experiment with complete ecosystems. They might manipulate environmental conditions to see how both the physical landscape and biological systems respond, creating a deeply educational, yet entertaining experience. This level of realism will transform gaming from pure entertainment into a platform for understanding complex natural systems. Number 9. Crossdream multiplayer networks. Crossdream multiplayer networks will revolutionize both gaming and human connection by allowing players to merge their dreamscapes into shared virtual worlds. Through neural interface technology, multiple sleepers will join together in a collective dream space where their individual imaginations blend and interact, creating unprecedented collaborative experiences. These shared dreams will combine the limitless creativity of the subconscious mind with the social dynamics of multiplayer gaming, resulting in adventures that transcend ordinary reality. In these merged dreamscapes, players will experience a unique fusion of their individual mental landscapes. One person's childhood memories might seamlessly blend with another's fantastical imagination, creating extraordinary worlds that could never exist in traditional games. The physics and rules of these spaces will be fluid, shaped by the collective unconscious of all participants. Players might find themselves flying through crystalline cities, born from one person's memories, while battling dream creatures spawned from another's deepest fears. The social implications of shared dreaming will be profound, as players form intimate bonds through experiencing each other's subconscious minds. Friends could explore each other's dreams, solving puzzles created by their combined imaginations, or facing challenges that reflect their shared anxieties and desires. These experiences will create new forms of emotional connection and understanding between players, as they literally share in each other's dreams. However, this technology raises crucial questions about mental privacy and psychological boundaries. The subconscious mind contains deeply personal content, and safeguards will be necessary to prevent unwanted exposure of private thoughts and memories. Additionally, the impact of shared dreaming on sleep quality and mental health will require careful study, as the line between restorative sleep and social gaming becomes increasingly blurred. Number 10. Time-dilated gaming sessions. Time-dilated gaming through neural interfaces will revolutionize our concept of virtual experiences by allowing players to live entire lifetimes within minutes of real time. This technology will enable people to experience decades of virtual existence, complete with rich emotional relationships, career achievements, and personal growth, all while their physical bodies experience only moments of actual time. Players could attend virtual schools, build businesses, raise families, and even grow old with loved ones in what feels like a complete lifetime. The implications of compressed temporal experiences will transform how we view consciousness and identity. players might accumulate memories spanning virtual decades, developing skills, relationships, and wisdom that feel entirely authentic. These experiences could profoundly impact their real-world personality and perspective, as they carry the emotional weight and learned experiences of multiple lifetimes. Someone could experience being a parent, a grandparent, or a renowned expert in various fields, all before their lunch break ends. This technology raises complex ethical questions about the nature of existence and memory. How will people integrate the wisdom and emotional growth from multiple virtual lifetimes into their singular physical existence? The line between real and simulated experiences will become increasingly blurred as people carry memories of relationships, achievements, and losses that feel just as genuine as their physical life experiences. The psychological impact of living multiple lives, experiencing multiple deaths, and forming countless relationships could fundamentally alter human psychology. The potential for addiction becomes particularly concerning when players can experience rich, fulfilling lifetimes in compressed time frames. The temptation to repeatedly experience new lives, relationships, and adventures could make returning to regular time progression feel unbearably slow and limited. Thanks for watching. Make sure to watch this next video about the future of technology.